Hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing some shader work. Boom. So I wanted to improve upon my shader, which I've already been doing. Let's wire out my face. Yeah, which is something I've already been doing a little bit in the background. So if we actually look at our original shader, which is this one, versus this one. So in this one, I can't remember what I've done. There you go. So I can adjust how many lines there are now to a specific number. So like one line, as we go up, you have loads of lines. Then I could do speed of foam lines, so I can turn that up to make it go super slow, or down to go much faster. I say much faster. Oh, there you go. I just wanted it to be a bit more versatile, but in an attempt to make it versatile, I've definitely locked off a couple of things. Why is my stop flickering? What the? Is it because I got a window in the back? Get out of here. Foam out distance, so that should basically bring it in or bring it out, which obviously going too far out will just do something like this. But again, depending on the scale, you want to change that anyway. I've wanted to do this for a while, and I also want to do a rain effect, and I also want to do a wave effect. See, with the wave effects, I want to be able to make it so, like, if the wave comes up here, this will, like, go along with the wave, but I don't know how to do that specifically, because I guess I can. See, the problem with doing it in the material is I'll just do it as a wild displacement. The problem with the wild displacement, it'll make the actual vertices move, and I just want the object to move. So it probably won't work. It'll probably be better if I did it in blueprints, but I don't really work in blueprints. So I don't know how to do that. It's a bit of a risk one. So I've got like the basic setup of these lines over here in its own separate material. That way I can have them nice and in one function, I guess. I actually haven't got it as a function now because it doesn't take that many nodes up to do all of it. It looks complex, but if I go into like our overall, that's what it looks like. So I'd have to sort this out into its own separate box. Bring this over here and call that like our foam lines. Ah, water, exactly. Cool, foam lines. It's gonna have to stay this long, isn't it? Because if I move this over here, I kind of want to neaten it up as well. So not the most exciting stream, but one I've been needing to get done. I shouldn't really be doing this on stream, but with how much I have been working at the moment, I just kind of don't want to do it in my spare time. So I'm using you guys as an excuse to work on this, essentially. Oh, it's missed one. There we go. So I have a reroute over here, which does all three of those perfect. So it's probably the neatest thing to be able to get that. I guess I could pull these back if I wanted to, but nah, it's probably fine like that. That's probably fine. I could technically do this way around because it's coming from over here. I haven't really got many complaints of how it looks. I've got some spelling errors which I need to fix, which I need to figure out where the spelling errors are. Smooth view here. Let's need to view over here, and you go into there. I can't really do anything about those crossing. I guess I could technically. Why is it sometimes not moving some of these nodes? Yeah. Pull you down here, pull you up here. No, they merge together anyway. Okay, it's a little bit neater already. What? That is clearly inside that. But now it's moving. Why does it keep doing that? Is this the buoyancy node? Right. So that's just making it go up and down, which I'll probably replace that with our water to make it look like it's actually got waves and stuff. Today's stream's length will be determined by how many people we get in today. If we're not going to get many people, I guess I would rather do this off stream. But if we've got some people here to talk to, I'll stay on. Sculpt glove. Huh? You what? Oh god, the sun's way too bright. I'm getting like over... I want to let cool air in. There you go. Sculpt glove. Like this. I recommend some glove sculpt videos. Well, to sculpt a glove, you'll start off with a hand, right? So, like, if we, at least I feel like that's how you do it. I got some over-the-top wacky gloves on this guy, like this. But, oh, he hasn't got a hand. But, I'd recommend getting a hand mesh, right? Unless you want to sculpt it. But if you're gonna get a mannequin... Blender mannequin. But I'd just turn the hand into a glove, right? That seems like the best way to do it. It's very hot in this room. Oh my god. I need the window open. Or the blinds open, even if it makes my face really overexposed. There you go. I'm not really a character artist anyway, so it's not my forte to really sculpt organic stuff like that. It's kind of sad being an environment artist because people always come in and go, exactly what I've got there. Do something that isn't your field, like sculpting a glove. I'm like, oh man, no one ever wants to see environment stuff. Can I do that and then add a reroute? Don't think I can. Can't do anything about that. It's fine. So yeah, my bad. Sorry. That's cool, man. I mean, I've done characters, as you just saw. I've practiced doing some characters recently. But yeah, people never want to see environment stuff. I was doing like yesterday actually on making these really realistic looking cracks as a decal. I'll show you the progress I made because I did a little bit more off stream. I got a big cup, definitely not filled with some alcohol, I swear. You should be able to find loads of tutorials of sculpting gloves, though, because, again, it's just sculpting the hand, and then you add, like, a seam coming down here to make it look like it's sewn in, or you can do that in the textures, same along here, and then it's just putting some nice materials on it, right? I feel like that's the way it goes. Yeah, it's probably just follow a sculpting hand tutorial, ignore the part where they do the nails, and the extra detailing, because you don't need, obviously, this detailing on your fingers and stuff, and you're probably good. Where is it? So I was looking at making this crack decal yesterday, and I was really happy with how it turned out. Like, it looks very 3D. Problem is, I was looking up on it. You can't rotate it because the way it's projected is it wants the 3D effect to go in one direction. Essentially, it's the easiest way I can explain it. So it only works in this direction. But the material that we made, like this floorboard, you can actually put it anywhere you want. So we made that the wall. Now it looks super 3D on the walls. So I want to figure out how to make it so I can rotate the decal, because what that also means is I can't have the decal up on a wall. And that's the only reason I made this decal in the first place, because I wanted to be able to put it up on a wall. But as you can see, the 3D effect is completely busted. Even if I rotate it, I wonder what it would look like if I was, nice work, thank you, if I were to throw it on a plane. So I think it won't work anyway because it's a decal at the moment. Oh god, oh god. But that works. So I wonder what would happen if I throw it on a plane like this and then try to get up on a wall instead of using the decal tool. Oh god. What is going on? Like I said, that's not going to work, I don't think. Oh, actually. Oh. That didn't even cross my mind yesterday to do that. See, it kind of breaks the illusion when you get too close because it's just on a plane. I didn't even think of that. This is like... So if you guys don't know about the original way you used to do decals, that's kind of how you used to do them. You used to just get a plane, throw your decal on the plane and place it somewhere. But that kind of works. That's very interesting. And if I rotate that... Whoops. If I rotate that, that should work because it's just on a plane. If I want to do this... Ah. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, I don't know why that crossed my mind just now. Like, why I didn't figure that yesterday at all. But right now, I was like... So, what about... Because you're going to want it to as close to the wall as possible. But so, why is it doing that then? Is that the blend? Not blend. Bounds. No. Okay, okay. So it's going to come forward enough like this that you don't get it disappear. So that looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like a crack on the wall. Huh. That's so interesting. I have no idea why that didn't cross my mind yesterday. And I can just scale that up and put that wherever I want. And it should give the illusion. Obviously, it's flat, so it only works when it's right on top of something. Like this. And then look, you'll break the illusion when you get here. It's only really good for the flat surface effect. But it's still quite useful. So that's obviously... I see from here, it looks like it's floating. But I can't pull it back anymore. Because we lose the effect. Oh, is it inside the wall right now? Is this rotated at all like this? No. Let's go 0, 0, 0. The rotate 90. Okay, now yeah. So yeah, it doesn't quite work when it goes on the knee side because you're obviously getting it floating there. So it looks kind of weird. But I mean, from a... Ooh. Okay, so it renders it in a very weird way. Need some wood looking through. How are you able to give depth to the crack alpha? Is there any normal map involved? I'll show you. So it's the same way I'm doing like this wood material. So like if you look at this wood and I go to the actual instance, I've got this one slider set up where this is what it used to look like, right? Like this, ignoring the crack. It's what it used to look like, completely flat. Then I just turn this up, boosh, like this. And all that is, so it's bump offset, which I've done on my channel before. And I technically did it this way a long time ago, but it's been completely optimized to work through one node. So it used to, what you had to do was make like 50 of these basically on top of each other. And what these do is it basically renders another layer, a separate layer, and then it makes that layer look bumped. And if I actually turn it down in here, it basically slices it into layers. If I turn that, so I've got 200 layers right now. If we were to put that to 5, which might not even work anymore. So you can see, so if I go to like here, and I start messing with the layers. If you look closely, you can see, look, the layers is creating, right? By each of those lines. And as that gets turned down, you're reducing those layers down until when you reach 0 and it just doesn't work at all. Yeah, I didn't know it was going to go black, I'll be honest, but... okay, is 1 the default? Or does 1 still look like... Okay, so 1 is basically what it would look like if I were to just use that one bump offset node. This guy is basically, like I said, using loads of these in conjunction with each other to make layers, right? And there's a video on here. I'll show you the link. I had to change mine a little bit then what the video shows, but like if I look on here, look how 3D that looks now. Got all these like actual physical cracks. It's not just a normal map. But again, with just a normal map, it looks like this. So I'll show you what that looks like in the material. So in the material, I don't think I changed it, did I? It's just this, which is literally a, if I spell it right, a node, parallax occlusion mapping, right? And you just basically got to set it up pretty much like this, and then it gives you control. The main ones you're paying attention to is like these are all necessary here, but the main ones you're paying attention to are height texture, which is your texture, which looks like this. It looks like a height map. You convert it to a texture object like I have, and then your height ratio, which is what's giving it how depth it is. Mine maxes out at 0.03 because I think any higher it starts breaking too much. Like it's a little too much now, you know what I mean? So I limit it to just here because I think that looks nice. And then when I was doing it with the, let's get rid of that. When I was doing it with the decal, I just set up a basic decal in UE4, made it a deferred decal, and then set it up the exact same way, and it seemed to work pretty well. But I'll send you, I think I could put links in chat. Parallax occlusion mapping. I used this one. But the problem, it's not really a problem, but you need a good height map. If you have a NAF height map, did I paste it? Can you guys see that link, or is it not pasted it? Because I know YouTube doesn't show links. Oh, there you go. Wow. It took a long time to come through from my end. Yeah, if you use that, you should be able to... If you follow what he does, again, I made a couple of changes, but mostly it's the same thing. And yeah, it comes down to how good your height map is. If you've got a bad height map, it won't work very well. But yeah, decals don't work. But this seems to work over here. But the problem is when I get to a distance, it's like it's above it. It's displaying, go ahead. Yeah. But yeah, if you follow... Oh, let me see that. Oh no. I clicked on it on my OBS, it's like broken my OBS. Oh no. A refresh chat. Can I do that? There you go. Yeah, if you watch that video, you should be good. The problem is on that plane, look, it seems to break it when it gets to a distance. Which is very interesting. But the problem is, if I pull it in too far, we get a weird, like, oh, it's still doing it from far away. It gets too close and it breaks on a plane. It's very interesting, which means I can only kind of make it work on... Where's my... Hello? Click. Is it inside the wall? Yeah, which means I can only probably put it on flat areas. Because it starts clipping over. Man, that's a shame. I was really hoping. That looks very promising. Yeah, why is it doing that? I mean, that's not going to work as it gets to the bottom. Man. That would have been such an easy solution to what I had going on. Because again, this decal doesn't work on a wall. Maybe it's because it's the material itself is being rendered as a decal. What if I did a duplicate of all of this? Oh, actually, I'll just do duplicate. Crack, not decal. Come into here and don't set it as a deferred decal, set it as a surface. Let's see what kind of results we get now. We don't want it translucent. We just probably want it masked. Maybe. Which means I've got to plug it into here. Okay. Let's see what happens if I do that now. I think if you're a programmer or you're just really good at shaders, you'll be able to sort this out way better than I'm doing. I'm kind of doing a bodge job way to see if I can get it working. Let's just do this, and plug this into here. So that's working. Colors aren't very good. I should probably do this. Make the step a high number for now, just to make sure it's working. And let's just make this like a dark brown for now. Is that even working in general? Oh, it is. Is it? Wait, hold on a minute. Oh, no, it is. So if I pull that close to the wall now, I kind of feel like I should have kept it as transparent. let me swap it back to transparent. Translucent, sorry. Whoops. Translucent. Wait, hold on a minute. Why is the normals... Huh? Why am I losing all of this? Surface, translucent. Default lit. Is it because of that's on? Hold on a minute. Decal. Let's set this back to translucent, I guess. Surface, translucent. Oh, right. It's because I got to go to translucent. Hold on a minute. I set this to here. Cool. It's going to take a little bit to load because it's translucent. I like how I was going to work on the water shader, and I'm like, but crack decals. Okay, so now if I, first of all, put this like this, is that it disappearing when I get close? No, that seems to work pretty well. Let's get the color that matches like this, because this is a good color right now. Let's save that color out and copy all the parameters I got going for this one. So here. That color. We got opacity to 0. We got height ratio to 1 above. We got roughness to 1. Cool. Let's have a look at what that looks like. Color's still a little bit off, but it's better. Does that work now up here? So let's make this bigger. Up here. Ooh, it does. And it actually does look 3D. Oh, that's big. Okay. So obviously, like, adjust the height ratio. Problem. That's not really a problem. So the color is a bit off. So we want it to, for this specific wall, we want it to match this almost identically, but like be a little bit darker. So if I go to unlit and we try to match it like this, like that, cool. It should come up transparent here, but here. Okay, so that doesn't match that all right. Okay. Roughness. So why is the color looking so different right now? Oh yeah, I could turn up and down the opacity. It's flickering. Ooh, it's not good. So one, why is it flickering? Why is it flickering? That's so strange. Is it too close to the wall? Well, I'll pull that out and look at it as it flicker. It doesn't, right? So, oh, it does. Why is it flickering? That's so strange. Color's definitely not correct. What if I change the opacity to 0.5? Nope. Minus 0.5, I guess. But the fact that it like changes colors weird. You can definitely see it changing color. What if I set it to a two-sided material? Or actually, what if I change the translucency mode as well? When it wants to load. What if I just set it to a volumetric directional, which is a simpler rendering for the transparency? Because I only need normals. I don't think I need any roughness on it. So it's got low transparency right now. So is it flickering? It's still flickering, I think. Turn this to default again. Ah. Well, one, it's still flickering. Why? Why are you changing colors? Is it because it thinks... What if I make it unlit then? Because it might be... Actually, if I just select it quickly and go... shadow... Let's make it... Unlit kind of normals though, so it doesn't really work. Okay. What if I said it's a forward shading? It's a very demanding decal, but I just want to see how I can get it to sort of work. I mean, we've still got a water shader up, which is a very complex shader. So the depth fade is pretty good. Color of Fresnel pretty good. Rough effect pretty good. Like, I want to figure out how to do... So would I tessellate the water? Probably. And then I need to do waves. So I have to figure out a way to do nice looking waves and then make that probably just a material function to be easier. I could make all this a material function, to be fair. To make it a bit more broken down. Hold on a minute. How you... Wait, hold on a minute. Am I in the wrong material? I'm in the wrong material. God's sake. It's because I'm trying to select the wall. I'm trying to select that. It keeps selecting the wall. Look. So I've selected the wrong one. I wanted this one. For God's sake. Opaque. Default lit. Apply. Messing with materials can take a really long time, unfortunately. Sometimes it literally will just say, compiling. So if you want to ever be a material artist or shader artist or technical artist, I don't really know what they want to call it. You could be, it could be a very time-consuming type of work. I don't know what shaders it's compiling when everything looks like it's loaded, but okay. Right, in here you go. Let's make it forward shading instead. It's still flickering, right? Yeah. I don't really know. I assume it's flickering because it's trying to receive light from different sources. So I don't really know how to adjust that. Because it's a plane, it's probably thinking it's supposed to receive light differently. Maybe when I bake it, it won't do it. Oh. When I adjust my fan, my my monitor turns off. Oh, there you go. What is causing that? Is it me? Am I kicking something when I move? It does it whenever I turn my fan on. That's so strange. Yeah, look, flicker. So it's obviously way too bad. Yeah, flicker. Why? Collision, lighting. So I don't want it to cast shadow, I don't think. You don't want to miss a piece, don't want to diffuse piece. I've said that's zero. What was if I make it two-sided? I didn't try that. Oh, I have made it two-sided. So when I wonder what it looks like on a two-sided. I'm not even like inverted. Oh my god, it is. Well, that's weird. See, one benefit is it's not. Again, it's the wrong color, but. It just gets really bright around here, and I'm not sure what's causing that. Oh, look how bright it is here. It's definitely something to do with the lighting. I put like a cube behind it. It's that one. Is that our main light? It is. So why is our main light? Did these other ones do anything to it? No, what other lights are fine? It's just that main light. So when that's on the wall now, and then I set the opacity to 0. So we're getting this weird reflection. So why is the directional light affecting that? Like quite heavily too. There's a way to make it. Hold on a minute. Why are they turning one of these lights on? Fix that. What? So I think that's because we got the other decal on top, right? That's causing that. Because that looks pretty good now. That looks like it's a crack in the wall. And then again, because we've not got it on a decal, we've got it just as a plane. I can now rotate it to be however I want. Like just like a little bit crack coming through the wall. But as soon as it gets to here, you can see it gets really reflective. So is that being caused by any of the lights? Kind of by the skylight, but it's still a little bit reflective. When you're indoors, the skylight's supposed to be turned down to 0 anyway. So you'll get rid of some of that. No, what if I... Nah, I was going to swap it around. I did an extender for my wire so it doesn't have to dangle down, so I can have it coming all the way around. An extra 2 meters, I think, should be fine. I didn't buy a long, expensive wire now because I wasn't sure if it was the right wire, because it's USB-B, because it's still a. This is like, oh, this is ancient. I've had this microphone for ages. So yeah, is there a decal in the corner here? Oh, of course you're gonna see it through the floor because it's just a mesh. So I can't just do it. I can't like creep it into an area. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Again, this is really complicated. Like, if it was just working as a decal, this wouldn't be, like, on the floor. This wouldn't be that big of an issue. And because it's not, because I have to have it plane. So what I could do is, if I got a high poly plane. High poly plane, perfect. So if I always have a high poly plane in your projects, guys, it makes life a million times easier. So if I do this... I mean, what I should probably do instead is make it so the walls have cracks over the top, and then I could just vertex paint it in. But that means I'm going to have all the walls high poly, and right now they're not high poly. Yeah, look, they're not high poly at all. So this kind of just makes it a little bit easier for me with what we got going on at the moment. So now, if I go to a vertex color in our material, like this, if I then attach this to our opacity... as a LURP, L left click, there you go, and I put this as our B, this as our A, and 0 as our alpha, and 0 as our A, it should default as being turned off. Wait, hold on a minute. I'm not sure if I've done that in reverse. Opacity should be... I wonder how demanding this is. Hold on a minute. Let's go, because this is probably not optimized at all. Shader complexity. Let's have a look. When it loads. I bet this is going to be like red or white. Yeah, because it's a... it's not as bad as I thought it would be, actually. Because it's a transparent material, and transparent materials always... Look at my clouds. Transparent materials always come up as demanding. Even if they don't necessarily affect performance, I've noticed. Because I was trying to explain that to the programmers. Not to say that they didn't get it, because they, after I explained, said they're fine. But sometimes the shader complexity does... Like, I've had something at 10,000 shader complexity, and I've had no frame drops whatsoever. So it's always really weird what it's actually doing. I guess it just tells you if it's complex, but not necessarily if it's thingy. So that works really well, right? So in here... So it's not defaulted as off. So I should have it as 1. I mean, what I want to do... Convert that and probably just go... vertex opace. That way, if it's incorrect, I can change it in the material instance instead of reload the entire material. I should really start streaming earlier on a Saturday when people are around. Because I think the reason we get such low numbers is obviously in European countries, it's like an hour to like 3-4 hours later. Because we used to get loads more views at one point, but I can't remember what my old schedule was. Hold on a minute. This. Right. So if we double click in here, we can change our opacity. Hold on a minute. Vertex. Oh, vertex opacity, yeah. What the heck is going on? So I think I've got it reversed, but I should be able to now paint and make it disappear. So if we go mesh paint, keep running the red on. Yeah! So I can paint in our cracks. And they will fade out really weirdly. But the reason I want to do this is when it goes behind an object, like here, I can paint them out. So that way we don't have them appearing up here at all. So now... Oh, I think we've got some there we do. This feels like a really weird way to do it, I'll admit. I feel like there's a way better way to do this, but for now, this is the first... This is basically... If you ever work with me in a professional situation, I tend to just make things work and not necessarily make them the best way. You know what I mean? I focus on getting it work, and then I'll optimize it and get it like the better way later. Cool. So now we can put cracks in our one. That looks pretty cool. Thank you. But yeah, now we have it looking what's Andrew's my middle name? Hey Andrea, I'm doing like some super weird occlusion mapping stuff. I've got like cracks here. I got the floorboards looking super 3D. I can actually change it, turn the 3D-ness off. What they used to look like for those of you who didn't see them, and what they look like now. I know I said I was going to put this project down, but I'm more just testing. Just testing materials in here than anything. Cool stuff. The problem is I wanted to replicate this effect on a decal, but because it's using a material function, I don't get how to change what it's asking, because it's clearly being rendered in to the normals, the object normals. It's being rendered in the normals the mesh is facing. So obviously with a flat plane like this, your mesh is facing upwards. In the wall, your mesh, your normals are facing upwards. In the wall, your meshes are facing outwards, right? But as a decal, it doesn't have that information. So when you go to rotate it, it kind of looks all right here. But if you actually look at it, look, it messes up completely. But in its normal position, it's fine. Because it's rendering the normals upwards, which is, I guess, its default state. Additionally, it gets really janky if I try to put the decal on the wall. If I put the decal on the... If I put the decal on the wall, look at that. It goes really weird. Look, you can even kind of see a plane being generated. Kind of. I don't know if you guys get what I mean by that, but it's kind of looking like it's trying to generate something facing upwards. So it gets really messed up. Oh my god. So my solution for now was just to put it on a plane. So a plane. Now the reason I'm using a high poly plane, so if I do this, can I see the graph? You can. I hope you have a feeling how to adjust it. So it's this node here. If I go in the node, it's all this. So like trace length. It's got to be sensitive to vertex normal, right? So height ratio. Jesus, a lot of information in there. I bet it's something to do with changing this part. View trace length, camera. And here. Ooh, it might be something to do with here. Is that actually just a node? No, I've seen that one before. Oh yeah. If that's doing what I think it is, it's doing it on the Z vector of the mesh, right? So if you broke this down into 3 separate components going X, Y, Z, you can then custom. But look, it's not using the normal but on the Z. Yeah, exactly. But if you broke this part down here and here into 3 separate components being your X, Y, Z, and then basically custom put in which direction you want it to be facing. So on the wall, if it's facing X, you then, I don't know if you'd lerp it or switch it, you then enable the X, right? But I don't understand this stuff enough to want to change that. So right now, my solution is a little bit of a roundabout solution. But I've just got the information on a plane. Popped it on like this, so it's a floating like crack. And then I've also got mesh pane And then you can paint out which areas you want the crack to appear. What I should also do, because obviously right now the way it fades out is it looks kind of weird, right? What I should do... Oh, I can't. What I wanted to do was have it so where the crack gets made, so if you look at its base, where I turn out the vertex, I basically make it go white in that area, but you can't do anything with texture objects. And obviously the result here is information like this. So that won't work. Yeah, that won't work. Oh well. It looks fine the way it is. It's a little bit of an illusion right now, but it works. But yeah, you can just like rub out the areas you don't want the cracks to appear. So if I'm like, oh, I just want a little bit of a crack like this, I can then grab that. That's cool workaround. Not game friendly, but as a render scene, I see not much of it. Yes, yeah, pretty much, right? I'm just doing it because I want to go, hey, go look at this. And I'm not worried about the performance impact. So one problem is if you get close to a decal, it clearly changes the color. So I can make objects not receive decals, right? Oh, it's not being caused by the decal. Interesting. So what is causing that? Because look how white that is. And it doesn't make sense to why it's doing that. And it's not the decal. Interesting. So if I was to strike this one, I did the same thing over here, right? Yeah, look at it get white. So is that because of lighting? I did notice that the skylight was causing some issues. But even then, you're still getting it a lot whiter around here. Oh god, I got the crack coming down there as well. Jesus. Let's get like a little bit of crack coming out. Yeah, hopefully it's not floating here. So, oh wait, I don't know why I did that because I need to undo it anyway. So what's causing that to get so white when I reach certain edges? I definitely think it's worth putting in the scene because it's like one step up. Now, I don't even need to make it this cool 3D effect. I could just have this as normals and we'll probably call it a day. In fact, that'll be even easier for, like, the crack on the ground because, like, ooh. If we grab this and create a new material, and I just call it just normals, we threw that into here. Oh, that's not a... I wanted to duplicate the material, not make a parameter. I'm also Andrea from Tokyo. I'm also working on I wanted to work on my water shader a little bit. So we've added this whole section here. This is actually from a tutorial. Distance fields. I should post it in chat, actually. This guy. Yeah, this guy. He's really, really clever, and I recommend his tutorials. I'm going to post it in my Discord. So he basically shows us how to do what this is. I've changed it a bit and completely repurposed because he basically makes like wiggle effects in the water, which he doesn't actually show. Now, the problem with him not showing that is I don't know how he takes the information and even makes ripples in the water because it's not generating a normal map. So is he just doing that on tessellation? I mean, he's made a very advanced material, so it possibly is tessellated. Because if he's tessellated it, that would... Oh, I thought you were saying else then. That would be... interesting. There is actually a node in here. Is it height? Height to... No, height... Normal from height map. Which I discovered not too long ago. And I'm kind of intrigued how well this works. So if we get a normal map right now, Let's just get a normal map laying around. Let's just wait, I did change all this, didn't I? Let's apply that. I hate that you have to apply the entire material to then recompile the shader when all I basically did was move things around. If it's using the distance field, those maps are created at runtime. Yeah. It would be. But, like, if... But I wonder how he's getting those warp effects anyway to make it look like normals, because the only information you're going to get from the distance field is you're going to get a white and black thing you can plug into a lerp, essentially, because it's just going to tell you how far away it is from an object. So I wonder... Wait, didn't I just close this? So yeah, here you go. Here's what the wall looks like right now, by the way. Oh, it's loading. So that's what the old wall looked like if I... Oh god, it's all black. Where... Let me get some normal water. This one? There you go. So that's what the old water looked like, which is still a nice water. I still use this water. I'm literally using this water in the game I'm making for my work. Like, so I still like this water a lot, and I still, you know, at the end it's only $8.99 on Unreal Marketplace. I didn't want to advertise it like it's this amazing shader. It is very simple. What I want to do is I want to make a rain effect where if you click a shader you'll get like droplets of rain appearing, which I can't remember how to do, but I've done it in a different scene that I'm gonna have to load up and copy and paste, probably with the pixel offset. Wait, which part of the pixel offset? There you go. So this is what the new one looks like. So there's more lines, but you can reduce those. So if we only want like one line, I can do this, and then I can reduce the thickness. Thick. Oh, what did I call it? Is it not thickness? Edge foam thickness? Oh, that's that one. Oh, they've not made it so I can adjust the thickness yet. Oh, you can? Right, I've not used the pixel... Oh, wait. I've only used the pixel offset once, and it was to make stuff look like it's blending into terrain. Right. Maybe I'm going to have to learn how to do that then. Change the speed of the lines as well. We'll make them super slow. What I want to do now, though, after saying that, is I want to make it so... How do I change the thickness of those lines? So I've got it set up like this. Distance builds here. Edge foam. Oh, so I've spelled that wrong anyway. Thickness, there you go. See, the foam out distance will like make the lines fit, but it means it'll go out not as far. Foam distance. Have I... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Foam distance. So that will actually make the lines technically thinner. But I want to be able to make it so I can bring them out as far as I want and then keep them thin. Oh, that's very interesting, Andrew. Okay. This is what happens when an artist tries to do too many things. Wait, did I just close... We can close the change I made. Because I'm not a master of anything. I just know how to do lots of different things. Speed of lines, foam out distance, thickness. I want to rename that because I spelled that wrong like I just said. There you go, thickness. That's the edge foam thickness, like the immediate edge foam. Now I want the lines. I want to be able to adjust the line thickness. So what's also happening here that's different than my original. So my original, I'm cutting like it out here, whatever, with a noise right. But the little bits of foam that appear have no effect on the lines that become generated. Master of disaster, exactly. I'm on my phone tonight. That's fine. Yeah. Whereas in this one, I've ordered it in a way that makes it so these, as you can see, look, when it connects to like the foam and stuff, you get this cool effect. But the problem with that is it multiplies it to begin with. So the edge foam, even when it's coming out here, already is being altered by the generated foam. So if I were to take away the generated foam, water sparkles, translucent, refraction, normals, Fresnel, foam bits. If I were to take down all the foam bits, oh, it's got to be the opposite way around. It would just be lines. Because they're not having any interaction anymore with the foam bits. And then as you go closer to putting foam bits in, again, they'll start having this effect where they generate the foam. And if I have that high enough, it's going to always be hitting foam. So I think it looks better, especially obviously because you can do this and have multiple lines. I usually default at about 5, but I think 3.5 is probably going to be our best number. And then you change the distance. So that's obviously... Oh, wrong one again. That's obviously far. So I'd say probably like 75. Do you forget and have double lines? I could do. See, I think the only problem with this one is you see the line getting thinner and thinner like that, and it sort of just disappears. I don't know if I like that. Maybe. Wonder it's one that doesn't. But the problem with that is then you won't get one of the lines breaking up. So even though I've got a fake breakup over here, this one's going well fast. It at the very least looks like it's breaking up because all it's doing is it goes through a noise that's moving, and then that noise looks like it starts chunking off the bits. Basically, the further it gets out, the more it's multiplied and the more that noise interacts with it, giving the illusion it breaks apart. Whereas if I have 2 lines generated over here, foam bits. If I have 2 lines over here, you'll get a line doing this, which I think is just, it just looks bad. Let's turn up the distance 1 second. What I could do is not... Yeah. What I could do... Wow, why is that not... Is that because it's not in the waterfally? There you go. What I could do is make it so we don't make it interact with the foam bits at all, and we do the break up apart like we're doing here. But I do think that's a really cool effect, that it interacts with the foam bits. And you get this much cooler fade out effect. You see what I mean? It just looks a lot more natural with the foam that generates around it. I really don't know. So at default, I had it at this value. So I think that's too much. I think we should probably have it here. It's like, look at that. That was cool. Like right here. As it breaks apart, look, you get all this like nice foam generated. It's like a give and take. Every time I want to change something, I'm having it affect something else in a positive, negative way. Like sometimes you do get a full line. And I think I don't like that either. But I don't know how to make that part. I guess I'd add values to it. It's a lot of fiddling around, which is why I was doing it over here to begin with, so that way we don't Oh wait, why does this one look better? Am I mad? This one looks like it breaks up apart way better. So I'm not looking at chat. I do like how it looks, by the way. Thank you. Is it the values I'm using? I swear so many people use my shader, change bits, and then go, it's broken. And they blame me for it. I'm like, guys, please, I'm not here to have a go at people telling them, stop breaking my shader. But when they break something and then try to put the blame on me, I'm like, please, I didn't do anything. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. 22. Foam warp amount. I've got it set to 0. Okay. 2. Then we've got foam bits. We've got foam bits at 0.3. 47. Oh, the scale I've changed. Oh, okay. Don't need that one. Then we've got scalar parameters, which I haven't named yet, which are at 483. Right, so if I go look at this now, this should be having that same effect. Okay, so the way they're breaking up here is really nice now. Like, look at that. Oh, it looks so good. My only issue is it's completely correlated with how much foam bits I have. The reason that's an issue is because if I were, for example, use it over here. There you go. If I, for example, use it over here, it means the entire water has foam bits, which might be what you want, but what if it's not what you want? I'm now forcing people to have foam bits if you want this cool break apart effect. This is like too far in the water, Jesus. I'm surprised it's even causing foam right now. There you go. You know what I mean? So I want to make it so I can still adjust the foam without having it affect. Like I want a separate slider that's going to affect this, rather than have it like here, or a separate slider that turns down the foam overall. So that way you adjust that one last to adjust how much you have it here, and it shouldn't affect here. Looks like eggs. Oh, mine was... I said, why? Hold on a minute. I do like that, though. Look, we can just change colour. We can make it look like... let's go red. Wait, no. Yeah, so let's go boom. Good dark red there. Watercolour. And then make the foam like a very light red. There we go. I really like this water shader. I wouldn't have put it out for sale if I didn't think it was a... Like, I put a lot of work into it and I didn't think it was a good shader. I really enjoy this shader, and I'm glad people have bought it and they actually enjoy it themselves. I just want to improve it because I promised. I wrote on it, I'm looking to improve it. So I don't want to leave people hanging. Yeah, see, if it's further from object remove, I was thinking that. Which is just distance fields. It just means I've got to create another distance field. Or set up another distance field that makes it so we have it. We have... It needs to use actually this distance field, and then we just basically invert this distance field, and then as you turn up the value, it takes away the foam. That's probably the easiest way to do it. That's a good idea. So we're gonna do it over here because this loads way quicker. It's not even transparent. So. Yeah, that's essentially what this would be doing. Using that distance field, it's going to be causing a radio effect around the object, and then I'll invert that, or lerp it. I don't necessarily need to invert it. And then take the information that's outside of that radio effect, anything further than it, and just have a value I turn up to remove any foam outside that effect, outside that radius. But we don't want that radius to affect anything inside of it. What I mean by that is if we have the radius here as its thinness, right, you're going to get some weird effects coming in between that value of where the foam starts and where the fade out distance is. You get what I mean? So what we're looking to do is I want the max value, which is probably... I've already got it set up already. I just need to find what distance field's causing it. And then I want to have it so anything outside that max value, I could change the value to take away overall foam bits, is what I nicknamed them. Does that make sense? But it's easy to say, I need to do that, and then figuring out what's doing it. Because I haven't touched the shader in a little bit. Even me revamping it at the moment. Wait, foam out distance. Foam out distance. That's what I'm looking for. So we need this value here. Here. No? Here. Where? Because I'm already inverting it, so I need it here. Yeah. So I need to attach this. So let's just set it to a multiply by now. Or an add? Hold on a minute. Okay, it's working there. Okay, so if I add, as this value turns up, I should be able to completely blast it. That needs to be attached to a clamp. Wait, no, that's not correct, is it? No, because we need that. We need this value to stay. So what I want to do is attach this to a lamp. Wait, my brain right now. Saturate rather than clamp. Well, it's already a saturate, so I don't actually need to clamp. I'm just trying to think how I want to do this. So I need to... Right. Yes. Okay. I need to... So I can actually take the invert, I think. What the heck? Why does the invert look like this? Oh, it is a little bit white. That's interesting. And I want to make it so... I need to make it so I'm not taking any information from here. And then I'm basically forcing everything else to get positive value. But where does the foam bits come in? Amount of foam lines... Oh, that looks well interesting. Where's foam bits? Edge line thickness. Foam warp amount. Oh, it's here. Right. So that's where it gets added here. Oh, so it's a separate thing anyway. So all I got to do... Wait. It's getting added there. Yeah. So all I got to do is have an add before it. And then as I turn... No, that won't work because it's in here. Because that's where they're being multiplied. Oh, hold on a minute. Because when I turn that up... Okay, so... Oh, my brain. My brain. Okay, so... If I add to that, that's where it's being added. Which is where... That's what's causing the effect of the water and the foam reacting into each other. Which is what I want. I want them to react into each other. You should comment... your graphs. Oh, this is just a test graph though. This is literally my test graph. This is my main graph, which does have comments. So don't worry, I have commented it. We'll save that actually before I forget. But because that one's just my test one, I'm just using that to that will be deleted eventually. I'm just using that to kind of make a material function, which I might convert it all here to a material function. I was joking, don't worry. How dare you joke? I'm not a joker. This is serious business. So if I add that to there, that's not going to work, right? So do I need to lerp it then, or don't I? I could always... Because I want it to add, because that causes our foam effect to interact with our edge foam, like our lines. That's what I want. But then I need another one to adjust how many foam bits I want overall. But if I adjust it here, that's just going to adjust that's just going to adjust everything. So we don't want that. We don't want that at all. Try add first. That won't work. I definitely know that won't work because this is where the add's happening. If I make anything here, it's just going to do what it's already doing in our shader here, where I'm going amount of foam. Why did I do a subtract? That's really annoying. I shouldn't have done that. That makes it really annoying to get the values correct. I might change that later. So yeah, I definitely know that doesn't work. Like, I don't need to test that. Let's put this up here. Because essentially all I need to do now is make it so these foam bits only add to two different places. We have an add for the foam edge radius, and then we have the add for outside that radius. So do I just need to take this information over here, or this is information... Wait, what's this one do again? Yeah, so I don't actually need any of this, I don't think. I think I just need it from here. So if I just take the information here... Yeah, right, and then lerp 2 versions of this. This version is going to be... So, here's where we add our overall, right? So, this is our overall. And erase bits overall. Yeah, I think this is how I do that, right? Because then this would be our overall. I can't... This might be the wrong way around. I'm terrible at imagining a right way around. But we do this, and we do this. And now we've got a node that basically tells it to do 2 different layers. Our outer layer and then our inner radial layer. Right? So right now... Okay. So if I come into here now, then we go our overall... Damn it, it's still affecting it. Ah, I thought that was it. Damn. That looks cooler, though, honestly. So those aren't affecting it, kind of. Can you see? They are on a separate layer. Well, layer. Okay, so what's... Is it because am I grabbing it from the wrong... Freaking get in here. Am I grabbing it from the wrong area? Do I need to... So I've got it grabbed from here. I don't think it's the wrong way around. I mean, I'll quickly swap it to make sure. Because that kind of looked like it was doing the right thing. God. You guys should see when I work on shaders, man. I sit here freaking... Sometimes it looks like being a super genius. And sometimes I just forget, like, the smallest thing. And I'm just like, oh. Alright, so now if I change it, is it going to have the exact same effect? Oh, what the heck? Oh, so the foam is, you can see, that foam is that inner bit. Right. But you can see it's editing this outer bit a little bit. It has some effect on it. See that? Oh, wait, does it? Oh, yeah. You can see some foam appearing on the outside, like right here. Mostly is where I can see it. Like, it's definitely changing it. Okay, so I did have it the right way around. Is it because it's not... Let me round it before connecting it in. What does saturate do again? I think they were changing a little bit, were they not? So this is where the radius is for this. So anything in the black and white bits here shouldn't change when I change that. So if we just go flat numbers. Yeah, look, you can see it happening. Oh, that is kind of on the... Wait, hold on a minute. Oh, actually, I think you might be right. Ooh. Wait, then why when it was inverted? Hold on a minute. Let me just invert... Instead of swapping the nodes around... Did I just do that? Hold on a minute. Wait. Saturate clamps between 0 and 1. Right, yeah, I remember. Oh, you're right. I should use the bigger plane. Oh, don't crash on me. What was we doing in the other project? I've been completely distracted. Oh. Oh, we broke something? When? Oh, no. Oh, no, I've not broken anything. It's just not got a decal in it. Hold on a minute. Oh, was I creating a new decal? Crack decal, parallax. Crack, not decal. Crack, not decal. Oh, I was creating... I remember what I was doing, but I can't remember too. I was going to do it with just normals to see what it looked like with just normal maps and no of this stuff. So I got to figure out a way to fix that, really. Anyways, I should keep on one project at a time. Let's close this and save what we've got so far, because I think we're making good progress over there. Okay, so I saved that, right. Let me turn up this value again. Okay, so wait, what have I done now? Hold on a minute, I didn't change anything though. Huh? Wait. Saturate in there, there, and here's separating our distance. Okay, let's do it from here. Here, okay. Okay, that shows the overall here now. Right, so that's the inside, right? Okay, so swap those nodes over from here to here. Apply to that. Cool. Why didn't it zoom me in? I had my hand was nowhere near WASD. Overall. Yeah, look, it's still somehow affected. Maybe I need to saturate that now when it's got the overall. Yeah, that's probably it, right? So if I saturate that now. But now we're not getting the foam. Oh, we are. We're getting the break apart. Because the reason I wanted this break apart effect here, because it's more simulated, right? You know what I mean? Whereas with our original, it's not simulated at all. I've just got a noise map that cuts it. And you can tell it's being cut. Like, you can tell right here as it goes to cut here. Look. And it doesn't look bad per se, but it's just, it's forced using a texture. And I wanted to make it, I think I'm still using a texture to generate the foam bits, but it's in a different way. And I wanted to make it so it was more simulated and more natural looking, which is what I'm doing over here. So I think, I'm pretty sure you told me to saturate already, so you're probably sitting there like, oh, I told you to saturate. Wait, hold on a minute. Oh, so I've got to go into the minus to do that. So it's between 0, which is our default. Yeah. So here's the amount of foam. Oh, no, wrong one. Amount of foam bits. So if I turn up foam bits. So let's say I wanted loads of. Wait. Yeah, let's say I wanted the foamy effect to happen a lot on our. Oh, it's not fully interacting with it anymore. Let's change the overall to 1. Oh, no, sorry, -1. -1. Oh, I don't know. I'm confused with what I've done now. It's kind of working because it is breaking apart. That's default. Foam bits we want set to like this value. So I should definitely find a value between the max and the minimum foam, so that way people can't go too much. So obviously max being probably I guess being 0. I guess if you want that much foam you can have it, and then the least being 1, which is takes away everything. But we still have it causing... Oh, so that's not... Right. So if we take away the amount of foam here... Okay, so if we set this to 0... and then set our overall to 1... to -1... Okay, so if I turn up the amount of foam now, what happens? Oh, when it gets into the negative values, it starts affecting this. Which I assume is probably yellow affecting the foam here. Okay. So that's causing a nice effect. That's what I wanted. I mean, I still like this effect. But like I said a second ago, I wanted people to have control over being able to not have the foam in. So if they for some reason just didn't want the foam. What the heck? That's not what I wanted. What's causing that? What material is that? Hold on a minute. That looked cool, but that's not correct. Oh, wait. You're telling me that this material here makes that water look like that? Oh, I know why. I know why. The cascades underneath. Is this a blueprint? That's not. Where's the cascades then? Decal. Caustic, sorry. Yeah, the caustics underneath are casting on it. I was going to say, what's going on? You want them like this. There you go. So now if they obviously want to disable them, they can... was it 1? Nope. It's -1 right now. They can just go like that. So between 0 and 1. So that's pretty cool. It means I'm able to let players adjust what they have control over. I could make the radius a little bigger around here, and I think to do that, all I would need to do is to add to it. Frame out distance, divide. Because I wouldn't let people have control over that. I just want it to have a little bit of more distance for it. It's not affecting it. Divide by 1.2. Sorry, I'm just doing some maths now. Wait, so I want this. Yeah, here. So before it plugs into there. Should be a parameter too. I guess so. Because all I think I need to do with that. So the frame out distance here is this much. That's where I'm getting the information from. So all I need to do is make that frame out distance less and it should come out more. So all I need to do then is... Wait, hold on a minute. Multiply. Wait. That's that. What happens if I have this at 10? Divide. Oh, I'm actually confused now. I'm pretty sure all I need to do is like set up like a multiplier like. From my distance, which is going to be like, wow. Yeah, very bright. Oh, God. Yeah, so it's foaming out less. Right. It looks weird on the plane, but that is what it's doing. As you can see it getting lower. So, yeah, all I need to do is... move the parameter in there. If I've got it in real time, it should update. Am I not? Is that not right? Yeah, it should be doing it. I thought this would be coming up more here, though. It's just being done in a different way that I'm just being stupid about. Get it inverting. Oh, right. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. What I think I actually need to do is have a second value here, where basically, if I then divide this number by point like 1.2, for example, I then just need another one of these set up. That's a bit awkward. I can always do it this way around. So now that value is adjusted to be a little bit less than that. Connect that to a saturate. And throw that in here. If I set its parameter, and we just go foam fade out adjustment. Don't really know what to call it. And we'll just call that. We'll just default that 1.2, and then I just want to see what happens when I scale that to see what it does. So right now, close that. I don't think it can save anything. Right now, it's already being set up, so we're not seeing any of that fade out. Well, we're not seeing any of the foam bits. So now if I turn up that adjustment, this should show you more of the foam coming out here. Oh, it does. Oh, but it affects everything. Oh. So it definitely was working, look. You can see it like appearing. So 1.12 was basically the perfect amount. Oh, wait, no, 1.2. Hold on a minute. No, 0.12 was the perfect amount. I needed to multiply it, not divide it. Right. I can't remember which way round. So as you can see, that's allowing you to have the foam bits appear in here as well. Interesting, interesting. So I basically need to make this on a slider where it doesn't go that low, because we don't want it to make all that reappear. We want it to basically be just here. So the 0.1 being our min ground. What if I have it at high value? And high value cuts it off. So 0.1 and 1. And then our preferred value is 0.12. There you go. 0.12. And then we'll have our max. What did I just say? No, our min at 0.1 and our max at 1, because it just makes it sharper. It doesn't make a difference. So now we should have a higher range. Now the question is how does this work with the other stuff? If I turn back up our overall or reset it, yeah, we get our foam bits back. If I do that, obviously brings more out. Because it's the overall, it still has the control to do everything. That's interesting, though. Oh, what? Right, okay, so... Because it's taking away those areas, it starts thinning around there. Ah. Oh, that's so weird. Maybe I should set that up for now. My brain clearly is not capable of understanding what I'm doing. So I'm going to get rid of that for now. And I'll come back to it some other time. So I'll do this. Cool. Oh, you're right. Actually, he's saying that. So do I just need to invert the saturate? I do, right? If I just invert the saturate. So if like what we got set up right now is it connecting here. If I just invert this, right? And we connect this to here. So that's how far we have the foam bits come out. Which is our... So that's our overall, which is everything. Oh, so we've already got it coming in, obviously. Yeah, there you go. And that is the distance. We have our foam bits. So then if I adjust overall... Wait, why can't I get overall to... Hold on a minute. Let me reset everything to its defaults. Foam out distance. That's fine. Foam out adjustment. Wait, yeah, this is supposed to be -1, isn't it? Wait. Yeah, what? I'm so confused. So I'm like adjusting it from there now. You see it like coming out. Wait, it's like I've inverted it again. How have I done that? I'm so confused. Hold on. I'm gonna put this one on hold for now. I'll keep it in there. I won't delete it, but I'll put it on hold for now, and I can adjust that later. Because I'm getting confused. Because that was kind of working, but then if you mess the values up too much, it breaks it, which is bad. So we've got our overall. So overall should be set to 0 by default. And if you want to get rid of the foams, brain goes boom, essentially. If you want to get rid of the foams, you just set it to -1. If you want to make the foams less, you just go between -1 and 0. So as you can see, look, so if you just go, oh, I still want a little bit of foam appearing, that's good. At default, I think it's at 0, right? Yeah. So at default, we've got what it used to look like, whatever. So let's see if I can adjust this like as it normally is, because I've not changed that. So I should be able to edge foam thickness. So warp amount. Oh, okay. Oh god, yeah. So you got warp amount just for a stylized effect, obviously. So you can have it a little bit warped or a little bit not. That's just an adjustable one. Yeah. So I could just invert those, to be honest. Which I probably will do at the end stages. I like doing that because it gets me confused otherwise. So instead of being 0 and -1, yeah, go 0 and 1. Which if you just connect your The easiest way to do that is just connect your parameter to a just to an invert or a 1 minus, because then when you go between 0 and 1, it's going between 0 and -1. You're just not telling the user that. I mean, I could do that now if we overall, where was that? Overall here. So on this node here, I should theoretically just do this, like that. Apply. Oh, hold on a minute. What? I guess inverting 0 causes an issue. Is that not what I usually do? I swear that's how I usually do it. I swear that's how I usually do it. Zero is working as if it's coming up as a 1. Instead of a... Hold on a minute. I think I'm being dumb. Let's reset that. Oh! Oh, I hadn't saved in ages. Hopefully it can recover some stuff. It looks like it's doing what it was... Oh, no, because that's not even the one I was working on. This is the one. Yeah, it looks like it's recovered it. That's cool. So I should still have that overall where I could get rid of the foam. Oh, you know what? Why don't I just do it between 0 and 1? Right? Because when we're saying overall foam, we could default it as 1. And then when we bring it to 0, have the foam disappear. That makes sense, because then you're saying no foam. Is that right? Because you go to -1, you get rid of the foam. 0 has the foam. So all we got to do is default it at 1, which obviously looks wrong now, because all I need to do is add 1 or subtract 1. If we want our final result to be -1 for no, let's be thingy. So yeah, all I need to do... Close call. You know what? We should save it though after that. It's clearly... It just recovers, but it doesn't mean it saves, I think. Sub 1. It's sub 1, right? I do this... Subtract 1. Like that. And then you default it at 1. That means I gotta go to -2, no? Am I being an idiot? So if the default's 1, it's like that. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, and we leave it as default 1. Yeah, defaulted 1. 0 gets rid of it. Perfect. Nice. So we go, what would we call that? Overall, foam visibility? Foam overall visibility? Foam bits overall... Bits overall visibility. I feel like that's a mouthful, but I think if someone reads that and then changes the slider, they'll go, oh, right. And then we make it so it's got the values between max being 1, which is its default, and min being 0. Cool, so now that should be a slider that you can't change. I find it funny that... So yeah, foam bits overall visibility. Boom. But what I find funny, because it goes so laggy if I go too fast, is... And then we can obviously adjust how many foam bits there are. So go 0.45. Oh, so I should invert this one, because going to 1 and this one just removes the foam. So there's obviously a difference, and I hope people realize foam bits amount. But we've got this one as our amount, because this one, which I should invert, actually adds the foam. Right? Where that other one isn't adding foam. What the other one's doing is it's just making it anything that goes over a certain distance, it gets rid of the bits. I think it's going to be confusing for people to read, no matter how I word it. I just think they have to sit there and adjust the sliders to go, oh, right. You know what I mean? But yeah, I should really fix this one. So 1 means loads of foam and 0 means no foam. I see. So foam bits max distance. But it's not changing the distance. It's changing the foam at a certain distance. Or something. Yeah, it's really weird. Like foam, overall foam at set distance. I don't know. It's because I'm not changing the distance. That's what we were trying to do, and I was getting confused because it's small brain. Because I do love it. Look how well. Like the only part I don't like is when it makes like a really long flat line. But look how well it breaks apart and then reconnects. Look. Some of that broke apart and then reconnected to make the line again. Because of the way that it works. It looks really cool. I think it's just such a big step up. I'm getting confused too, yeah. I think it's such a big step up from that to this. So I really want to push to get it on the marketplace. I don't think I'll increase the price unless I add other bits. I think at this point, I'll keep the same price when I add our wave effect that I want to add. And then we add our... what's the other bit I want to add? Oh, we had raindrop effect as well. I think that's when I'll... It does look better, definitely. I think when I do that, I want to... Yeah, it does look nice. Why is... Oh, so you know what's... so this is something that was actually causing me a bit of annoyance. Is I want this line to be flatter, but the reason it's not is because we have our foam interacting with that line as well. But when I do what's going on over here, where I'm rendering our line... So that's only changing because of the warp... the warpness on it. It's not being changed due to the bits. But... It'll look very interesting. Yeah, it should do. I mean, we've got normals. Well, this one doesn't have normals. This one has the normals. Which obviously is not quite up to this one's quality. I should probably set the defaults in here. Actually, in the material to what we have here. Because this is what I want people to see when they drag it in for the first time. Right? So I want to set all my defaults to this instead of making the instance have this as defaults. I want the material because that's something I'm bad at. I have a really bad habit of doing that, or not doing that. So our foam warp scale set to 100 in here. Foam. Warp amount. Wait. Oh, scale. Right. So that's at 92 in here. I'll get a nice flat number. Actually, it's 95. Oh, it's not doing anything anyway. So if I put up the warp amount... Oh, it's cool. It changes everything at the moment. Woo. If we put up the warp amount a little bit... This is the scale. This is how... Right. I see. Ah. Okay. I'm the one that set this up and I'm like, woo. So yeah, that's how wibbly wobbly it gets. So I think 150 is a pretty good scale for it. And then its strength, probably just a tad. I think that a tiny bit of warpness can go a long way, but only like a little bit. Like 5? Yeah, probably like 5. Just enough to give a little bit of warpness. So, scale, we'll set to 150. Foam warp amount will default at 5. The fake waves with the pixel offset, etc. Right. Try animating the warp a bit, maybe. Yeah, I was thinking that, honestly. I thought I'd already had it animated, but do I not? Divide, vector noise. Vector noise? Yeah, there you go. Oh. Oh. Wait, so how am I doing it? Right, but it's not moving. How do I move a vector? Why did I set it up like this? This is such a weird way to do it. I need a time before here, right? Some sort of time node here. Does that plug in? Or does it break when I do that? Oh my god. No, yeah. Yeah, cool. So we needed some sort of time in here that causes this to move. Or a panner, but I don't think a panner will work on an absolutely well position. I could actually just time the scale, which will do some sort of fake movement. Because you could just do like a multiply or a divide. Probably not by 2. Probably like a 1.2. That's a number I like apparently at the moment. And then you just connect those up to a lerp between here and here. And then you just connect this to probably like a sine or something. Oh, are you crashing on me? Again? Again? All I wanted to do was add in a sign. It wasn't even rendering anything. I was adding a sign in a blank spot. Did you notice that, though? When you first start the project up, all the foam appears really quickly, then it fades away. I don't know why it does that. I don't think I lost anything, really, did I? What did I just do before saving? It didn't even ask me to recover. We kept this unplugged already, right? I didn't keep this in, or did I? No, I unplugged that, right? Do you remember what I changed? Death count 2. Do you remember what I changed? I think after recovering, I didn't do much, right? 10 minutes ago. We were setting the defaults. Right, that's all I was doing, yeah? I had the foam overall visibility I was changing. I could go back on my own stream to see what I was doing. Foam. So it's not called foam overall. It's called this one. Right, I inverted it. Right, we subtracted 1, didn't we? I remember. So we subtracted 1 and made its default value 1. Yeah. Max 1. Whoops. 1. We connect that up. Cool. And then we warped it a little bit. So that should be messed up now, right? Because we want it to default at 1, which is where the foam comes in. And you could go no foam or foam. Perfect. So that gets rid of our foam entirely, like that. We'll call it overall foam amount away from objects. I mean, it works as a name. Okay, we had the foam amount set to 150 by default. The foam warp scale, the foam amount we had set to 5. Like this. I wouldn't mind if it crashes when I click apply, but if it's like crashing at the most random times, what confuses me. Alright, so if we default our warp amount and our warp scale, we'll have a little bit of warp. Actually, you know what? I kind of like 100 warp, I think, if I put an object in here. So 150 scale 50. Oh, I don't know, actually. Oh, wait, that's 50, sorry. I kind of like that, but no, I think it's too much. We'll go 125. And then the amount. Oh. I keep putting 50 in by accident. 5, 0, 5. So obviously you can turn it up to, I think the max is 20, 50. Oh, the max is 50. So no warp and warp. So we default that at 5. I think 125 is a better scale. But again, all this will change depending on the scale of your landscape. So if you obviously want to use this water to cover a large distance, you need to adjust all these values. Because I've had complaints about that as well. Doesn't work well as an ocean. I'm like, I never advertised it as an ocean. It's advertised as a water shader. And I have it in a bowl. And I have it used as a river. I mean, I know people obviously want sight to a certain degree. So I'm not going to complain too much. But when they do come up to me and they're like, no, but it doesn't work for this one thing I want it for. I'm just like, well, refund it then. If it's not going to work for what you want, you know, just refund it. Don't leave me a 1-star review because I've not advertised it as a water shade, an ocean shader. You shouldn't get upset that the one thing you want to use it for is not something I advertised it can do. I think I've literally wrote in my description for lakes, for ponds, rivers, and something else. There's no mention of oceans or seas. To be fair, it works for lakes as well anyway. So even if I've got lakes included. I know it just sounds like I'm complaining for the sake of complaining, but when you get a 1-star review on your product, and it's for such a silly reason where they could have just refunded it, I'm like, guys. A 1-star review is going to deter a lot of sales, right? Especially when I first released a product, the first review I got on it was 1 star. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? Nobody's going to buy a product that the only rating on it is 1 star. Luckily, 8 other people rated it and gave it a 5-star. And I think I got that one removed, but someone else is giving it a 1 star, again, for another silly reason. But admittedly, it's a 4.5 star at the moment, so people are going to go, oh, okay. Whereas when it was only rated at 1 star, it was like, no one's going to buy it now. Like, you've completely ruined any chance I had to sell it because you couldn't get the shader working. It's a drag and drop shader. You've seen me, I don't know if you've seen me specifically, Andrea, but I've grabbed this shader before, the blueprint for it, and just dragged it into a scene and it works instantly. It's a drag and drop piece of equipment or a piece of or a blueprint. It's really easy to set up. So when somebody messes it up, it means they've done something. It means they've messed it up. They don't think about how much damage it does, yeah. I mean, I can understand the frustration. If I bought something and, I mean, again, it should be working from the get-go. But let's say somehow it wasn't. I'd be like, what? But I wouldn't give it a 1-star instantly. I'll ask questions and I'll try to, or get a refund. I wouldn't just completely devalue the product and cause that much damage for such little reasoning. Right, let's set our default. Let's go back to setting our defaults. A little bit of a rant there. But yeah, it's just, like I said, I get it, but it's just a bit unfair. Especially when I offer people. I offer everybody a fair chance to speak to me, and I'll give them help. You join my Discord. I'm more than willing to help people. So when people don't even want to accept my help and all they want to do is rate something I made poorly, it's like, it's a bit sad. I'm like, oh, well, okay. We'll get this as organized and tightly packed right now. And then I'll move things around. Because like you said, we can have a warp thing over here to make it a little bit more detailed. The problem here is this would be so much more packed in if I could do this. But then we've got this coming from here, and it's not very nice. I mean, I could reroute. Oh, what the heck? Why did it do that? This way around. Wait, what? Oh, there you go. So I could do something like this, which I think looks neater. Could give it to some of your friends to get some fair ratings. I would give it to them if they could rate it. You can't just give things away. Unless I briefly make it worth, like, free, and then my mates quickly get it while it's free, and then I make it cost again. But I don't want fake reviews, even though my mates probably do think it's good. I don't want unbiased reviews anyway. I mean, like I said, I think it's got some decent reviews at the moment anyway. I sell this shader quite a lot. They take a percentage of stuff, so I don't actually earn much money from it. I don't know if I'm allowed to say how much money. I'll just say it's not a lot. It is like, even if he was working 1 day a week, it's not equivalent to that, even close. In fact, it might be equivalent to what you'd get from working 1 day a week. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but... Oh, actually, well, I got to go to my profile first. Oh, so hello, Crown. How's it going? Not seen you here before. If you want to see any of my previous work, I'm more than willing to show. Oh, nice. I had 2 more sales yesterday. Sweet. Our products, water shader. So we've got 4.3A, and I think it's because of this one. Is that 8 reviews? 8 reviews. Pretty good. Thanks you. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Fun little stream. Saturday's always a lot more quiet, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depends how you want to look at it. Yeah, this guy, I replied to him and everything. I even told him to come to the Discord. Extremely bad asset. Cannot be used for large spaces. Poor support. There's a problem with reflections. Like, reflections are based in the engine, so I'm not sure why he's complaining about the shader for that, because it's just a shader. Like, I don't think people quite understand how shaders work. It's just here. You just plug it into roughness. There's not really much else to it, unless you put in reflections. There's a planar reflection in the blueprint, but I've wrote in. It's been in the the description page for ages to say that there is a reflection sphere. You can remove it, like here. If you're confused why the surface is super reflective and not displayed in the image, it is because it just the plane. Whoops, I need to rewrite that. It is just the planar reflection is what I meant to say. If you press G, which enable game view, you'll see how it's supposed to look. So I've wrote stuff. You read all this, it's all stuff to tell you what could be going wrong. Poor support. I mean, sure, it was 4 days, but in less than a week I got back to him, so I don't even... Did he even ask a question? Oh, he did. So he did ask a question, so that took me 6 days to get back to. So he only waited 2 days to give me a 1-star review. Show 2 replies. Is this both me? Yeah, okay. An extremely bad asset. I'm not saying my asset's good, like amazing, but extremely bad? Like, what did I do to deserve that? Unless this guy just hates me and he wants to give me low ratings for no reason. But yeah, like, they won't get rid of it at the moment. Hopefully if I contact them again... I don't know if I told you guys about one of my 1-star reviews. So I tried to get Unreal, the marketplace guys to review it, to review the review to see if it was valid. And the review was something like, reflections don't work on... I can't remember. It was a really bad review. And I said, and one of the things you can report it for is technical inaccuracies. Because what the guy said was completely inaccurate. And... Oh, no, he didn't write reflections. No, I remember it. It wasn't him that wrote reflections. It was the Unreal Marketplace. Right? Have you replied back? Oh, I just want to make sure. Good. Also, what do you do, Crown? Are you an artist, programmer, environment artist, character artist? Yeah, so I'm not going to say if it's Unreal's sad. I still love Unreal. It's just the marketplace man that day was... He must have been smoking something. Because... all he did was send me a picture. So when you drag in the blueprint for this shader I've got, right, it will look like this. Oh, like this. Like this, right? Because there's a planar reflection on top of it. You just press G and you get the proper result. But when G is... I don't know why the Unreal Engine's like this, but it renders the planar reflection as if it's an asset to be rendered. So it will look like this, right? So all they had to do from their perspective... I mean, I could tell this is a planar reflection because I know what they look like. I know what a planar reflection looks like. Like if I grab a planar reflection... boom. Look, I know what they look like. That's what they always look like, right? They've pushed G, they disappear because they don't render in game. It's just a representation. They send me an image back, just like, no, the guy's right. It's we're getting this view, and he sent me a picture of the planar reflection. And I literally, I was very rude in my reply. I was like, are you guys serious? You just need to press G to not view the planar reflection. It's just a planar reflection. They apologized. And then what did they do after that? What was the other one? They did something else really stupid. Unreal Marketplace. Because like, I don't mind a normal person not getting this. But they did enable distance fields, even though it's one of the first instructions. Even though it's literally an instruction on the video I've got attached to the product. So they complained about that as well. And I went, you guys haven't enabled distance fields. It literally says at the top left of your screen to enable distance fields. They did that, and then they apologized and went, okay, we've removed the negative review. And I was sitting there like, I don't expect to have to teach the Unreal Marketplace guys how to use the Unreal Engine. That was definitely something. I don't think that's what I'd experienced. I thought they would have known how to use the engine. I mean, they probably do. This guy probably just was, I don't know, having a bad day or something. Or he's just not too familiar right now with it. He might be new. So I'm not going to sit here and just slander the man. But it was just like very frustrating for me, where I've got given this 1-star review, and then I've also got, you know what, if I do this. I've also got the Unreal Engine basically agreeing with this 1-star review, even though everything they're showing me is incorrect. So I was just like, God's sake. Yeah, that's as clamped together I think I'm going to get most of this stuff. So now let's set the defaults the way I want. So we need edge foam distance. I'll just go through them at once. So foam out distance. Foam out distance we've got set to 80 as our default. Edge foam thickness. So I've spelled that correctly now, right? No, I haven't. You know what? I think I want to change it to be more thickness of edge foam. I think having the thickness there first is just going to be better. So edge foam thickness is 22. Edge foam thickness. Okay. I kind of want to turn that up, to be honest. If I turn that to 60, how thick is it? Oh, way too thick. So it's at 22 right now. Steve, adding named reroute node. They are so useful in tidying up graphs. A named reroute? Hold on a minute. There's a named reroute node? When I was doing materials originally, there wasn't even a reroute node. Yeah, you see what I mean though by this? Look how much the it's being warped, and it's this because of the bits. Like if I turn away the amount of bits. Wait, no, wrong one. Amount of bits to 1. Look how neat that is now. But this edge bit, right, there seems to be affected super hard by it, and I don't want it to be affected as hard as it is. So I need to do something about that as well at some point. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Trust me. Yeah, I believe. So wait, if I write reroute... Wait. What, then you put a name in here, like this? Do I need it here, though? I'm just... Is that what you mean? Or is it... Add a named reroute node. DLCs for... What's it called? Name, no? I'm not sure now. You're confusing me. So this we're not using right now because I can't get it to work the way I want it to. I could delete it, but we'll leave it for now. So when I open it back up, search under utility. Are you sure that's not just in blueprints? Because nodes have different. They are called named reroute. Because the only one I've got this is this one. And I know blueprints have had reroutes for ages, but materials only got them quite a lot down the line. Unless I just don't have an up-to-date version of Unreal that has them. I mean, I'll look... Actually, you know what? I'll look under utility to make sure. blend, chromatic color, constant coordinate, cube map, custom, debug. Right click and scroll down. Oh, okay. Just gonna do it here. Utility. Add reroute node. Noise. There's no other N. Wait, what? Maybe my version. I'm on 4.25 in this. I need to upgrade it. I kind of want to upgrade it to UE5 and then make everything back compatible. Maybe it's a plugin. Oh no, I assume Andrew is going to say, oh, 4.25. What is the latest version? 4.29? Wait, hold on a minute. I can't show you this, unfortunately, because I've got a lot of work stuff in here. It is 4.25. And the latest version of Unreal is 4.27. Okay, so it's only essentially two versions behind. Not a plugin, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe they just don't like you organizing stuff. What am I doing? All right, I'm naming everything. Let's quickly click apply to what I've got so far and save it. This has been a very heavy material stream. Because obviously, as an artist, all my streams are very art-based. Like, Ego Crown. Have a look at a character I'm making. I think he's really cute. My friend drew him. Do I want to get rid of this for now? You know what? You know what we'll actually do? We'll do this, and then we'll pull this away for now and make it just make it on its own. Nah, we'll just delete it. To be fair, if I can make it now, I will sit here in the future and go, oh, I want to do it like this. In fact, I might even come up with a better idea in the future by having it deleted. So look at that. That just kind of takes up more space. I think it is better the way I had it. Okay. I just stick stuff in comment boxes. Yeah, that's what I usually do. Like, I just usually... I mean, because this does one thing, this probably would be one large comment box in my master shader, which is this one. Oh, God. So, what I would probably do is I've already got it kind of set up in here. So I'll just have it back here, like this. But I kind of want to make it material instance or function, because then I could just have it as one little node, like we've got going on here. So the foam bits is done as a node as well, like this. Because all the foam bits are is... Wait, no, not here. Oh, whoops. It's... Hold on a minute. Am I not using a texture for this? Divide mask... Foam bit speed. Mask out. Noise. Oh, I'm using noise. That's so much better. The reason noise is better because it's like it's essentially generated. Where you're using a texture. Oh yeah, it doesn't work on flat set. It doesn't work on wall surfaces. Yeah, all it's doing is taking three noise they're not functions, right? Noise nodes, adding them together, and then dividing them together, dividing it by 3 when they're added together to give you a more randomized generated foam. So kind of simple, even though it looks complex, but I've then got it as a single function because then it allows you to check on Discord. I took a screenshot. What the heck is that? Reroute me, daddy. That is such a vivid colored node. Like just a bright blue. I said reroute me, daddy, because that's what they wrote. I'm not... See, on here you call your... Is that Andre Carterna? But on here you're... Andrea from Tokyo. I've just unmasked you. Is that how you say it, right? Andrea, right? I'm not... Oh, wait, I haven't been saying it wrong this whole time. Wait, I don't want to say this again. The problem with... Yeah, name state match. Nice. So technically I want to get rid of this in a minute. Andrea, Andre, Andy, whatever you see fit. Okay. We don't want to save that right now. Because so the reason I'm working the way I'm working right now, as for anyone who watches the stream in the future, because I know Andrew's going to know why I do it. Well, I'll show you when it stops doing this. So I have closed my other project. Cool. Are you okay, Unreal Engine? Are you waiting for every compile shader to do its thing before you let me do something? Oh. No, it's still doing it. It's just taking a long time. Oh, they're all freaking... Anyway, so the reason I'm making this other one here, which is just black and white, is because it obviously saves a lot more time processing the shaders. If I'm changing little bits in this guy over here, as you can see, it's still loading, it's going to take a long time to actually render it. So it's always really good if you have an idea to process that idea separately, like to get it in a separate material. Then when you're done, did the music just stop? Oh, my headset died, so the music did stop for me. But yeah, when you've got that all done, you can then just copy it over. There you go. So I can then grab all this, and again, I can make it material function, which I still don't know if I want to do. I think I do, because it just makes it neater. I shouldn't have to worry about people editing the material, right? Except for the instances, obviously. So I got to do this. Thickness of edge foam. Foam bit scale. We'll get it as a nice round value. 50. Oh, it's a 4.27 thing. Oh, wow, so it's very new, because that's the newest version. Hold on a minute. Where the hell is this node? Oh, maybe in here. Right, so I won't change that one for now. That's fine. And then we've got amount of foam lines at 4 as our default. So again, one of the biggest reasons I wanted to set up the way time to update, I actually will be. I will be updating this to the latest version of Unreal Engine 4 and probably do a second one, or convert. Is it count as an update? I want to launch it with those ones, because the reason that's a really good way to do it is when I'm on the Unreal Marketplace. When you migrate something from, when you have something on the Unreal Marketplace, if you want to put it in a newer version of something, it doesn't work. I don't know if you've ever tried to migrate something from an old project to a new, but it just comes up as blank. It doesn't appear in your project. But the other way around, it does. So if I have it on the latest, everyone should be able to migrate from the latest down to an older version. And that's why I kind of want it in UE5 as well, because it's the same principle. Wait, did I set the right round? Old to new. I can't remember. There's one way around. Either that or the reverse way around. I can't remember. I think it may be the reverse, actually. Hold on a minute. Yeah, no, so I don't want to upgrade it. Right, yeah, it's the other way around. Because you can't migrate from old to new. That's it. That's it. So I'm going to keep it as 4.25 because otherwise it won't work. If someone has an older version, it won't work. So you want to create it in the earliest version as possible. Put up so I can't handle the size of it. Though I'll need a new SSD. I have how many SSDs have I got? SSDs. Oh, here you go, Crown. I've been working on this little guy. Considering I don't do character art, I'm really happy with it. Like, I thought this was going to come out garbage, but we even hand drew some eyes in. Looked pretty cool. I don't know if you've seen any of my previous work. Again, if you want to see anything, I'll show it to you. I'd be too. Thank you. I've always said I'm not a very good artist because I don't have a lot of the fundamentals to make a good artist. But when I make something that is kind of like artsy, I'm always really excited about it. It's like a Jack and Daxter character. It is like a Jack and Daxter character. I got it from my friend. My friend's a very good concept artist. Like, he draws concepts in like half a day of that. Like, if I find it, here's what he looks like. So I don't think I'm too... I mean, I think if we match the expression, that we kind of did, actually. Andrew was watching. I made it so his lips came up and you had like the kind of facial expression. Yeah, I think it matches pretty closely. The hair's the hardest bit because obviously fluffy hair's really awkward to do if you're not good at it. So I kind of went for the Overwatch style hair to compensate. So glad I've got you to use some of my assets. So glad I've got you to use some of my assets. Might not remember, but I made some random book for the Flying Ship 2. I do remember that. It's in the project. It was the one that when you placed it, it randomized its shape and color. Yeah, I remember that. Of course I remember that. Unfortunately, I couldn't use it in the end because it was really awkward. To be fair, you probably would be able to fix it or find a way to save state. Because the problem is when you get to place it, I'm like, oh, I want to slightly, like, it's like this, and like, so the other books here, I'm like, oh, I want to slightly, I want to make it lean up against it. As soon as you moved it, went, dook, and it would change shape, and it'd be like, I'm like, no. yeah, lol. It was so funny. It was so bad. To be fair, if you could save state after it changing one, it would have been easy because you just put it on the shelf, right click, save state, move. Put another one, move it a little bit so it changes shape and color, right click, save state, move. And then you're going to just keep placing it. But because it didn't, because there wasn't that option, yeah, it was a little bit awkward to work with. I just realized these are really dark. That needs fixing. But I won't do it now. I must have rebaked it by accident. Because the problem with this is I don't want the glass or the interior to be baked on the ambient occlusion map. So if I scroll down here, this one. So what you could do is find what it was called, export it, re-export it in, and then reattach that up to remove your ambient occlusion. In fact, I kind of want to show that. So what's this one called? It's that one. How do I see the name of it? Huh? Is there not a way to the full name? There we go. Oh, mesh legs. Okay, so if I write mesh legs, go to here, that one. If we export that, export resource doesn't sound right. Desktop, select folder, export it. I've been jumping backwards and forth a lot on projects the last couple of days. I'm not really into a project right now, so I don't want to sit here and force myself to work on a project. I'd rather just improve some of my old projects. I made it on construction. That's a stupid reason. Ah, okay. Alright, so then all you got to do with this is, one, I have to identify what parts of the object. So an easy way to do that in here. It's probably not the recommended way, but what I was doing... What I usually do when I want to identify a part of an object is I make two layers, one white, one black, and then I just select the areas I want to come up that I want to be able to identify. So if I, black, there you go. Then if I select them, that's what I want. I also want, if I can grab it, you. This is also probably not the best way to select it, but it doesn't take me very long, so I don't. God, I say that as I'm flying around everywhere, so I don't think it's a bad way. And you, cool. So now I can export just that. If we look at the map, just this. So as you can see, the parts in black are those things I just selected to export. I just want the legs. You can set it up so you just export the ambient occlusion. I can't bother right now to set it up like that, so I'm just going to export what we got going on. Why does this look so weird? Oh, there you go. Yeah, if you come into here, I've got one that's just called normals, one that's just called height. But if I export the whole thing for now, oh wait, that's fine. Yeah, 4K, Jesus. So that'll generate 4 maps for me, or 3 maps, which was this. So that's, I know what's selected. If we go to Photoshop, there's probably a way to take stuff out of the ambient occlusion on Substance Painter. I just don't know how. So this is how I do it. And then get our ambient occlusion, drag that in, get our overlaid map, set of parts. So let me see. So I need to invert this. I should have done it the other way around, but invert that. And then I will basically just turn that to a non-overlay, not soft color. Which one is it? You know what? Why don't we just do this? Delete all that. There you go. Boom. And that'll make it so there's no ambient occlusion on them anymore. I could slightly adjust this to make it transparent, to give a little bit of occlusion coming through still. Resave that out. Again, this might be a very over-the-top way to do it, but it's the only way I know how, so... Oh, I've already got the name, nice. Save over it. Yes, come back into Substance. Yep. Drag that back in. Texture. Project import. So now we've got this one, and if I go into our 3D view... just 3D view. Whoops. Just 3D view. Let's take these out. If I now use that... it will lighten those up because they haven't got ambient occlusion on them anymore. And because they're glass, they want them to be lighter, obviously, because the light's bouncing through them. The ambient occlusion will be less on them in reality anyway. Wow, this kind of looks pinkish. Do you see that? What's causing that light? Huh. Yeah, so it's what I did up here too. Because I don't want strong ambient occlusion on this. Smart. I don't know if there's a better way to do it, like I said, but I've said it before. I find a lot of workarounds for things because a lot of people will just hit a dead end and just go, well, I can't do it, and put that work on somebody else, or just not do it. I don't like doing that. If I can't figure out to do this like the right way, I will figure out the Steve way to do it. Even if it's the most bodge job thing I can do, I will get it done. Got to go, my friend. It was fun as usual. We'll see you next time. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed. I'll probably end the stream soon anyway. It's been like almost 3 hours. Actually, 2.5. If we come into it, we made some good progress here, so I'll give this a save. I want to fix that warpiness here on the edge. Or maybe I should just connect the wave to it as well. It's very hard to determine what I want to do. All right. File, save, close. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I've got anything with that yet. And I will catch you next Friday. If you guys ever want to talk to me off stream, I have a Discord, and I usually, especially if you at me, will reply. And you can also advertise your work there, get some people to help criticize your work, or just show off your work, because we have a section where you can just show off your work. And hopefully, it's not meant for people criticizing, so hopefully no one will criticize you. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.